So this letter is for them, for those who are not awake. That was written by Kim. And those who are not aware. This has to be said. The system, no, not a computer system, the system. The system I speak of is one of slavery, one of abuse, one of total control over humanity. This is for you, the slave masters. The slaves, the ones who are fighting to protect the system. Do you actually know what you are trying to protect? Do you know who is running this flawed system? The system is broken. It has been slowly breaking down for the last 2 years. It is breaking not because of us. They're blaming the trust for everything. The awake and aware. It's breaking because it's severely flawed. You are missing it. It was never a sustainable system. It was always meant to break. The non-compete plan, the harvest, the order, does not have a plan. They are dependent solely on you, the slave masters. The people fighting to protect the system, to create. Create what? May you ask. What are you creating? To create a plan to preserve the system of slavery they covet so dear. Why do they need you, slaves? Because they are not the creators of the universe. They are not the thinkers on this planet. They have always been people herders, slave masters, if you will. The thinkers have left them, and now all they have is you. So you fight every day to preserve the broken down system without a second thought. Diligently killing people, raping children, stealing money and resources for the masters you all believe in. But why do you believe in them? Is it a cycle of abuse? Stockholm Syndrome? Come on, people that work for them. Hadn't you noticed you are running around spending your own time, your own money, carrying out plans that you created? Have you not noticed it's not working? You are essentially plugging the Hoover Dam with bubblegum and the dam is bursting. There are no sides in this war. There's only what is real and what is not. And you are fighting to protect that which is a fantasy while we are fighting for what is real. Let me explain. The deep state. We all know who these people are. The ones who are making a very futile attempt to control governments, to control financial systems. They're in every country. Your central bank governors, your various officials who will fight to protect the slave masters' control over the people. Why do they need you? And by you, I mean the central bank governors who take the calls and the promises of billions of dollars to keep their country broke and on its knees. Some of you work for the agencies, the IMF, the World Bank, mercenary groups, Parliament and Congress. Do you actually know what you are fighting for? You know you are trying to destroy people going against the system, going against their way of life. I'll have more on that later. You are mistaken. This is not correct. The system was designed to break down by 2017, to set to self-destruct. As for me, Kim. I am logical. I know when something goes down, something else will always take its place. Are we fighting you? No. We have disregarded your failed attempts to preserve something which is already gone. We are implementing a new system which is based on the creative thinking of humanity, the sovereignty of nations, a way of life based on the theory people are creators. Given the opportunity, they will and can create a harmonious nation and harmony between nations. 99% of all wars were fabricated. They made you believe are real. False intel, false flags, fake media, false financial hardships, just to keep you enslaved in their fatally flawed system. They brand products on our television to keep us hopelessly dependent on their debt-based system of created currencies that have no real value other than the one they place it on. Send us messages on fake news to make us believe these are the bad people, those are the bad people. But you have to wake up. The system is broken. It will not continue even if we, humanity, do nothing. But we, humanity, need to put something else in its place before it's too late. The order. These people run around giving orders to you, the enslaved ones, who you follow blindly. You do not realize these people were never the order makers. They did not create the plan. And most certainly they did not create the system. Please stop calling them benevolent or gods or kings or masters. Well, the term master may have been correct. They were the slave masters of humanity, promising you week in and week out billions of dollars or whatever currency to save humanity. Never arrived. No intentions of. They claim to be humanitarians, but hold on. Then they say it's not time yet, just wait. To which you respond, okay, master. Just so you, the creative beings of this universe, do nothing. Do you actually know what you are saying? You are blindly following people which you are calling master. And for what? What did they do? When did they have control over the money and the resources of the world? Nothing. Did they feed the poor? No. Did they feed the nations? No. Stop war? No. Crime? No. Promoted it. The masters. They fed us poison. They salted the earth so we could only eat their poison. They created wars to make them money. They stole from us and raped our children. They created terrorist organisations to keep us in fear. They created diseases and treatments that slowly killed our loved ones. So we would take more of their poison, believing their disease was medicine. I'm talking about your dragon families, Rothschilds, the Nazis, the Chinese elders. Yes, you are reading this, the slaves that follow them all so blindly. Why do you still follow? Why do you call these people master and follow so blindly when their system is flawed? The system is broken. There must be a new system to take its place, and they all have no clue. None. Humanity will not tolerate a system of control anymore. They created the internet. They created the smartphones. And people all over the world understand the system is broken. It's too late. The entire world will never follow a flawed system. The majority will not follow. So they say they will kill us all, leaving only their followers. Again, flawed. It failed. You have been feeding us poison and disease for so long now. We are immune. Oops. That's right. You unknowingly created our solution while feeding your insanity. The corporates, the non-compete plan, 70 years of planning, you say, explain the control structure of every industry in the world. The Majestic 12 and the SS small p were fed technology to disperse to the masses. Yep. The very creations they sell to us have created their own downfall. Yes, they may still feed us poison. They still feed us their flawed, hopelessly antiquated tech. But what happened? Like a virus that mutates itself to become immune to antibiotics, which are designed to treat humanity, has mutated to overcome these fatally flawed corporate controls. We use your smartphones, your internet, your social networks to communicate with each other. This has created portals to realise the branding coming from your corporates, your drug companies, your Council on Foreign Relations, your United Nations is not real. We talk to people in the countries you call the bad guys, the boogeymen. We have computer systems that provide us with proper intelligence information. And now, no, you're all full of it. We fly in your planes, we travel in your cars, we shake hands with each other in nations all over the world now. Didn't you realise what we were doing? Oops. You have hit the precipice, the peak, and now we are on the other side. Your methods of control are broken by the very technology you fed us. It's all over. Did you actually think they provided you with military technology that had any hope of defending yourselves in a real war? Nope. Absolutely not. As the SS small p found out recently, as you know, as those goons in Norfolk, Virginia found out. The tech you have is way behind. Oh dear. They gave you this tech and all you could think about was money, money and more money. They fed you your own demise. They gave us the tools to our freedom. Now it's too late. The system is broken, the system is dead, and you are fighting to revive a dead horse. But it's all over. Your greed and ego have been your own downfall. President Trump is aware of what we're saying. So is President Putin. Many African heads of state are also aware. Many South American heads of state are also aware and on board. Many agency people around the world are now also aware. Even the History Channel reports it. But when will you wake up? Final note. The system is broken. It will not come back. A new system is forming. It is being created, whether or not we participate. When something goes down, something else will come up. That is nature. What will you choose? You can sit and just wait for your slave masters, or you can become your own master and participate. You can continue to try and kill all that refuse to follow the crumbling remains of a flawed system, or realise there is no system and follow reality. That reality is not coming. It's already here. Choose wisely. Kim.